Alright guys, in today's video we have some very exciting and very interesting PlayStation 5 news to go over and discuss. The first thing we will be talking about are some comments that were recently made by Sony executive Eric Lempel, where he says the PlayStation 5 has the best lineup in the history of PlayStation, and he also seems to be hinting at other launch title announcements that we have yet to hear about, which is obviously very exciting. But I do find this tagline he's going with here very interesting. It almost seems like he could potentially be taking some low-key shots at their competition, that being Microsoft with Xbox, because this line, the best lineup in the history of PlayStation, sounds very, very similar to what Xbox has called their past lineups for many years, actually. And it seems like they kind of under-delivered more often than not, unfortunately. But I have a feeling that PlayStation will not under-deliver in this area based off of what we know. But on top of that, we're talking about the launch lineup of the PlayStation 5 because we have some concrete evidence here that points to Demon's Souls being a launch PlayStation 5 title, which is incredibly exciting to me. I have to say that Demon's Souls is probably my most anticipated PlayStation 5 exclusive. I know that may seem odd to some people because it's like, really? A remake? But you have to understand, I never did play the first game, and as a big fan of the Dark Souls trilogy as well as Bloodborne, I can't wait to experience this game on the PlayStation 5. I'm very, very excited, and to hear, or to come across information, I should say, that points to this being a launch title, I am very, very excited. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. This is what we're going over in today's video. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification icon to help the video out and show your support. But starting here with this interview with Eric Lempel, PlayStation's marketing boss has called PS5's upcoming games roster the best lineup that we've ever seen in the history of PlayStation. Eric Lempel made the bold comments in an interview with GamesIndustry.biz in which he suggested there were still launch window games to be revealed. So far, PlayStation has confirmed Spider-Man Miles Morales and Astro's Playroom for the PS5's launch, as well as third-party titles such as Bugsnax and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think Bugsnax is a timed third-party exclusive, by the way. Beyond that, it's revealed new installments of Gran Turismo, Ratchet & Clank, a remake of Demon's Souls, and a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel. The content that will be in the launch window and beyond is incredibly exciting, Lempel told Game Industry. I would say that this is the best lineup that we've ever seen in the history of PlayStation. Between our worldwide studio groups and our partners from all the different publishers around the world, we've revealed some of that content, and naturally there will be more to come. But the way that the developers can engage with this platform and create these new experiences with known IP as well as unknown IP is incredibly exciting. So those are some pretty significant comments being made by Eric Lempel, where he's not only saying that the PlayStation 5 lineup is the best that they've ever had or seen in the history of PlayStation, but at the end here, he seems to also be alluding to other announcements that have yet to be made. And this is seemingly a recurring theme anytime we talk about the PlayStation 5. I know a lot of us are eager to hear more about it, and frankly, this seems to be the most significant information we're getting officially from Sony about the PlayStation 5's launch lineup since we had their big event in June. So it's anybody's guess at this point what these games could be, how many there are. But one thing we do need to understand is that what Sony has announced so far is already a lot. Like, the games that they revealed for the PS5 are not only big, a lot of them, and they're going to be spread out throughout the remainder of this year and obviously 2021, but there really was a lot of them. And so, yeah, he's sitting here saying that this is their best lineup in the history of PlayStation. And again, I find these comments kind of funny in a way, because this sounds very similar to what we've heard Xbox saying about their lineups in the past. It seems like every year Microsoft is bragging about their lineup, saying this is the best in Xbox history, the biggest lineup in Xbox history, something along those lines. And frankly, it just always seems to disappoint in one way or another. Whereas I feel like when you hear PlayStation say this, when you hear an executive over at Sony say this, you can't help but get the feeling that, oh man, like, yeah, they really will deliver on this, and they seem extremely confident. and they're not doing it in a forward-facing way just to kind of make it seem like it's something bigger than it is. It seems like they're actually going to be able to match or potentially at some point even surpass expectations, and that is very exciting. But we're going to move right along here, and we're going to talk about Demon Souls. It says Bluepoint's Demon Souls remake for PlayStation 5 recently rated in Korea. On August 13th, Demon Souls for the PlayStation 5 received a rating in Korea. This seems especially noteworthy since there's still no word on exactly when the title will launch. However, a rating suggests it may very well launch sooner than anticipated. And this was spotted over at Gematsu, where they were just letting us know that they kind of missed this, but last week it was actually rated in Korea. And so it goes on to say here, the outlet further noted that as of now, Spider-Man Miles Morales appears as though it is the only other PS5 title to receive a rating. That the standalone adventure will serve as a PS5 launch experience this holiday seemingly offers yet another hint that Demon Souls may not be too far off from release. Of course, fans shouldn't get their hopes up just yet. Neither Sony nor developer Bluepoint Games has offered firm details on the matter. Now, while we don't have firm, concrete details coming from Sony or Bluepoint Games officially, make no mistake, this is a huge sign. This is the biggest sign. We all knew that Spider-Man Miles Morales was going to be the game that launches with the PlayStation 5 alongside it, right? We all have known that. It just not only made a lot of sense, but Sony kind of made that clear with the way they talked about it and discussed it. But other than Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I'm not counting games like Godfall because that is a third-party title, we've all been wondering, will there be like another AAA title that will be a PlayStation 5 exclusive, like a bigger title, right? Because, you know, you think about Spider-Man Miles Morales, you think about Godfall, you think about things like Astro's Playroom, some of the smaller titles, maybe Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, Bug Snack, stuff like that. The big question is, will there be something else? Now, it could be Ratchet & Clank, it could be Gran Turismo, could be something else, but this is, as of right now, the only other game alongside Spider-Man Miles Morales that has been rated. And so the reason why you need to pay attention to this and why this seemingly does let us know this will be a launch title for the PS5 is I have Joel Garcia over on Twitter who is letting me know, for reference, that Bloodborne got rated in Korea on February 12th, 2015, and then released March 24th, 2015, and that The Last of Us Part 2 got rated in Korea on April 2nd, and then released June 19th. And there are other examples as well. In fact, there's many other examples, but what he's trying to point out is that there seems to be a maximum of about 3 months between classification, ratings, and release date. So that's why I'm pointing this out, because this seemingly almost confirms, indirectly confirms, that Demon Souls will be that other big title. And as I told you earlier, I could not be more excited for this. And to me, this is going to make the launch of the PlayStation 5 just better than I could have imagined. Now, I don't necessarily believe that if Demon Souls is going to be a launch title, that it will literally launch the same day as the PS5. It very well could. I mean, we could very well see a situation where when the PlayStation 5 launches, you see 3 big exclusives day one, that being Godfall, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Demon Souls Remake. However, I feel like it would make more sense for Demon Souls to potentially launch maybe in December, or at least a couple weeks after the launch of the PS5 and Spider-Man Miles Morales, because you want to give people time to play Spider-Man, and then right after that, hey, we have another big AAA exclusive launching within just a couple of weeks, that being Demon Souls. And I think Demon Souls is 100% a system seller alongside Spider-Man Miles Morales. This launch lineup actually sounds so good to me if this is in fact what the launch lineup will look like when it comes to the bigger titles. I know I'm not really talking too much about the smaller titles, and I do apologize for that, but frankly, I'm just the type of person where the bigger titles, the more AAA titles, appeal to me much more. If this is in fact what the launch lineup of the PlayStation 5 looks like for the first month or two, then yeah, Sony's going to have to potentially triple production because it's looking really, really good. Now, the last thing I want to mention here before ending this video is this probably calls into question, what about the secret PlayStation 5 launch exclusive that we've been hearing about? What about all these rumors? We've been hearing about SOCOM, we've been hearing about Silent Hill, now we're hearing about Metal Gear Solid, now we're hearing that Mark Cerny's making a game. To be honest, guys, I don't know. All I know is that I've been covering these rumors, I've been covering these reports, and all the conversation that's been going on, and I've been sure to let you know that you have to take it all with a pinch of salt because they are rumors at the end of the day. To whereas what we're talking about today is kind of, I mean, it is official. We're going over comments from Eric Limpel, and Demon's Souls has officially been rated in Korea. So that's what we have to go on off of right now. So when it comes to games such as, you know, a SOCOM reboot or Silent Hill or something else entirely, these games could very well exist in some way, shape, or form, and they could be in development right now, but we just have to kind of wait for when they are ready to reveal them. To me, it always seemed a little bit unrealistic to anticipate a SOCOM reboot at the launch of the PS5, but again, this could be a major surprise that Sony has hidden up their sleeve. I just don't want to lead people on and get your expectations out of line here or too high. So at this point, it seems likely to me that Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Souls Remake, and Godfall are going to be the three big AAA titles that will launch within the first month or two of the PlayStation 5. But what's beyond that is anybody's guess. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. If you did, again, be sure to leave it a like. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already. Hit the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.